Hey everyone, it's Gabe from the Disciples, and we're back with one of the traditional installments on Gabe's combo videos. And today we're going to be playing tier. So this is my list from YCS Dortmund. Basically the same list. It has a Magnamut over a Drissworm because I borrowed the third Drissworm and I couldn't find it, so I just threw a Magnamut for this combo video's sake. We're doing just a couple things. You guys know the drill, how this works. I'm going to be doing hands and kind of commenting on my thought process and why I'm doing each decision. Just a couple things should go beforehand. This is a Bahamut Shark because I borrowed one. It's written Bahamut Shark somewhere here. You can't see because of the brightness. And I'm playing with IP and SP Little Knight. So we're going to be trying those out and seeing like how much do those improve the lines. I haven't actually done any hands with those before, so we're going to kind of learn on the spot. And I think it makes it more relevant as it's basically AGOV proof. So yeah, that being said, let's just go straight into it. Tier is a very good deck and a very complicated deck. I think like from watching people play and from coaching sessions I've been doing, I realize people do this, everyone does it in a kind of a different way. So I think there's a lot to learn on like improving technical playing tier. And again, I'm wrong all the time. But I think those videos are sometimes useful. At least people come to me and say they're useful. So while that's the case, I would like to keep doing them. But yeah, let's get right into it. So tier hand, I'm gonna do them like through no interrupts because it's hard to exactly understand what would happen. But I'll comment like what would happen if you get interrupted in the next spot, white spot. Hey, this is cut intermission in the middle of the tier video because I forgot something. Important thing I wanted to mention, I've been starting a YouTube channel that's probably going to be coming live in the next month or so. It's a bit of a soft opening, but I'm starting to like put the links around and stuff like that. So it's not going to stop what I do here in the Disciples. It's just kind of a diary for my more personal projects and some stuff that I've been thinking about for a while with interviews. If there's something you would like to be interested on, there's a big annotation here, and there should be a link in the description. So if you can just give it a subscribe now, so when things actually start coming out, you're notified. So yeah, that's just it. Back to the video. Okay, Foolish, Rhino, Perle, Agido, Drissworm. That's a very good hand. The way that I tend to play is that I tend to mill as random. Like I try to mill randomly as much as possible, and then I use my targeted mills because I know exactly what I want to mill. So, for example, I would like to resolve Agido before resolving Rhino hard because this means that when I resolve Rhino, I know what I want to mill, and I'm not taking a mill out of the deck. A lot of tier is about maximizing your chances. You play for your win conditions, you play for milling well, and to do that, you gotta make sure your deck's in the best shape possible for that. So, for example, a mistake I see people do is like they would go like normal summon Rhino here and mill tier cash, for example. Not this because this hand's broken, but sometimes. And then by doing that, you're basically like wasting a Rhino effect because this tier cash is probably a tier cash would hit anyway during your turn. And you're taking a good hit out of your deck because you have -1 tier cash when you mill with Agido or Kelbeck or Sharon or Scream or whatever. So by rule of thumb, you usually start with blowout ones. So I think first action here would be Field Spell. So we'll go Perle for Sharon. Perlino searches Sharon very often nowadays. You also don't really want to mill Sharon because you kind of want like Sharon pitch Agido here because it's the best way of triggering this Agido from your hand. The other one is dangerous, but that's like when you're already playing. So yeah, we get Shay, and then we go Shay pitch Agido. I'm going to try to fan out my graveyard in a good way as much as possible. So if you get ashed on the Sharon effect, which happens sometimes, you still have Foolish for Kelbeck, so you probably go like Foolish for Kelbeck here. And then it's cool because you have Sharon in hand to pitch for Reinhardt. But yeah, let's assume it resolves. We'll go Shay, Shay pitch Agido, and we mill Scream, a Magma, and a Keldo. Those are pretty good. So on the next chain, I would go Scream Chainlink. I'm gonna just put whatever is triggering here to make more sense. Left to right is Chainlink 1 to Chainlink whatever. So I think you'd go Chainlink 1, Scream, Chainlink to Agido. The only punish of this is if you hit double Suliak, which is quite unlikely. And this way you're more likely to move Suliak with the Agido. Yeah, so I've recently seen people like do the opposite, like, oh, what if they ash the Agido now? I think they definitely should have ash beforehand. And even if they ash the Agido now, you're in a pretty good position, so you can do this anyways. So yeah, scream 1, Agido 2. Oh, that's called a reward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the diviner is a proxy because I gave mine back. And we add a Suliak. Okay. And then next chain, we have Suliak, Rhinoheart, and Tearcache. The argument is on which order you want to activate them. This is our hand right now. I'm just trying to keep it open so we can understand it. So for my thought process here, what I want to make is like I want to get Bahamut Shark, right? That's the next thing. I want to try get Ichibaha Shark so I can start like doing more things. I also have a Bestial in hand, so if I have like a Chuakwa setup, for example, what I mean by Chuakwa is like, for example, if you're triggering a tier with another tier engrave, so you're triggering like Hovenes of Sharing Engrave, whatever. You can like make Aurora and use this Bestial to make the Beatrice. I think I would go Tearcache as the last one because I want to see what I mill, and then Rhino, then Suliak. I'm just thinking. I guess let's move Tearcache first, and then understand what we're gonna search of the Suliak, because that whatever we search of the Suliak might change what we pitch of the Rhino. So yeah, so I lost my train of thought. Let's move 2 first. So we hit a Scream and a Trivikarma. Trivikarma is a good hit. And then we search from Suliak. I think I want to add a name and dump a name. So I think I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna add Hovenes, and then I'm going to pitch Hovenes for the Rhinoheart. The reason I'm doing Hovenes is because Merle is always the one you want to keep last because you can always dump it with Sprint. And then now on the next chain, we have Hovenes effect and Rhino unfilled. So I would go here, Hovenes 1, Rhino 2. And what I'm going to do is the Garura thing I mentioned. So I'm going to dump the Merle as Chainlink 2. And then resolve the Hovenes fusing the Merle. Just this way I got to go Garura. So yeah, we make Garura here. One positioning thing, you usually want to have fusions on zone 3 and 5 because of cross-ship arrows. So that's something that I've been learning to do better lately. Is like I usually like put Sharon to this side of the field, and I always do cross ship on this side, so I know that when I make like a Garura or a Dangerous, I can put it here and be safe. There's a lot to think about with tier, so you want to minimize the things you have to think on the spot. But yeah, okay. So here we are. We can also do this Rhino and make this for Bahamut. The decision I think is if we want to mill with Scream now or if we want to mill with Scream later. I think the answer always is we want to mill with Scream now. Yeah. So we can go Trivikarma now. Add a Scream. It's always Scream because we have Suliak already. You could technically get Heartbeat, but I think it's more often than not Scream's correct. Although at this point you did mill them, so you know they have Engrave because you resolved the Guido. So if it's a matchup that like the Heartbeat's a good interrupt, you can search the Heartbeat, or if it's a matchup like Lab or whatever. Even against Unchained, sometimes Heartbeat's okay because like they target a guy and can chain Heartbeat shuffle it. Just something to keep in mind. But here I think you just go Scream. So yeah, we got Scream, and then I think you activate Scream, and then you normal the Rhino. We trigger it here. What can happen if we trigger it? So if we hit Merle, it's kind of awkward, I guess. Like I actually don't want to hit Merle, which is weird. So maybe just don't trigger it yet. So I think I'm going to refrain from it. And then I'll go these 2 for the Bahamut Shark. Activate the Bahamut Shark. The Toads. Here, a couple people ask me, okay, what if you get nibbed here? If you get nibbed here, it's actually pretty fine, like on the Bahamut summon, right? You'd get nibbed, but you'd have the Garura float and you have the Sharon effect. So like you get a draw and you get Kaleido, you spin the nib, you per line up the Kaleido, and you're still fine. So it doesn't really matter. The nib is fake. But yeah, I resolve this, summon the Toad. Here's yours to find. It's actually Anima Zone. So that like the optimal way of doing it is like Sharon here. So when this happens, it doesn't go in the Anima Zone. I just fuck it up far too often. But yeah, okay, we're here. And then with this one, I think we can trigger Scream. Yes, no? Yeah, probably trigger Scream now. Well, actually, I could have done it before. I'm not sure it was correct, I won't lie to you. But let's resolve Scream. It whiffs. Okay. So now we have a couple decisions. I think next step's probably going to be linking the Shay and the Baha away for where is it? Crush ship. And then now we can use the Druid Swarm in our hand to summon on the arrow. So we just banish something that doesn't matter. Probably another big mag here. And then we summon it on the arrow that the cross ship points to, so the cross ship triggers, and we get to summon back something. So I think my next step is probably gonna mean baking Beatrice to dump. It's making Beatrice to dump the other name. But I guess now, if it's a match of the milling, doesn't matter. You can just bring the Diviner back and then go Diviner effect. And then now if we hit Merly, we basically save an effect. So let's just do this. We can also just dump a second Shuffler here, which might be correct, just to be safe. If we dump the Shuffler, we make Beatrice. We Beatrice dump a name. We make Kaleido. Yeah, I think I'm happy with dumping a Shuffler instead of a Miller. There's not much we actually have left to mill if you look at your deck. Like, the good mills at this point are like Heartbeat, Shadow Beast, and Mali Deniers. So I think you're kind of okay just doing this. If we go Callback, we might end on SP more often. Is that worth it? Fuck it. Let's Callback. What's the worst that can happen when you press Callback, right? Of course, this is matchup dependent, because you know they're playing at this point. Like, if it's tier, you're never gonna do this, ever. Let's press the Callback button. I have the Foolish in your hand, I'm just trying to keep the Foolish. I guess I can always use the Foolish for the extra Shuffle if I need it. Okay, we did hit them early, that's good. Is that good? It's okay. I mean, the annoying bit, like, we don't have room right now to do what I wanted to do, but it's fine, I guess. We go Hoveness, Merly, definitely the Sharon, because I haven't triggered the Sharon yet, and the Reinhardt for Kaleido. So we just make Kaleido Heart here. It's probably not the optimal zone placement. There might be a way to do this turn better, but let's keep rolling. And then we can go probably these two now into Beatrice. Sorry. We can per line of pop Kaleido, right? Just should dump Heartbeat and get another at back. Is that worth it? I think it is. Let's do it. Yeah, let's Pearl the Pop and then just dump Heartbeat and just Heartbeat for the Zodiac back. We can always shuffle this Heartbeat anyway. Okay, so here we are, and now we can go Garura and this into Beatrice. We can use Beatrice effects to dump. So we have Shay left. We can also dump Mali in case you want to keep Shay on field. Is there a point in keeping Shay around? Basically, this Druid when it gets linked dog is gonna link off into IP, right? Because the IP is what makes SP on their turn. So I think we just dump. If you dump Sharon, you can go like Sharon and something into Mud. If you dump Mali, you have the risk of Mali drawing Mali, which would be annoying. So of Garura drawing Mali. So I guess you just do Sharon, because you're not going to use the Sharon effect anyway. You trigger the Garura to draw 1, and then the Shay and the Garura. Just make Mud, and then Mud and Druid Swarm. Make IP, and then we set the Sulyak, and we pass on this. We have both Shufflers, Kaleido, this. During their turn, the cross shape can reborn the Diviner. We also have IP to make SP. So like ideally, like if this turn was like properly thought through, this Kaleido Heart should probably be here somehow. I mean, or basically the cross shape should be pointed to Kaleido Heart, because when the IP becomes SP, you can use this to trigger. We can use that to trigger, and because it points to Kaleido, we can summon something back. Of course, it's very minor. It's very hard to do a perfect zone placement, but that's the idea. This end board, by the way, is kind of what I aim for. I mean, we didn't have the AP before, but it's like Sheep, Beatrice, Toad, this, Sulyak, and then like Shufflers, and just keeping follow-up in hand. When the Toad floats, we also get to add the tier cache back, so you have like more ways to mill, more ways to make Stampede in your opponent's turn, and like pop something up early. It's very hard to break tier because I think the end board is just so resilient, and the field's also kind of flexible. Like I didn't try making Dweller there, but we could just have made Dweller if you wanted to. And if for example, if you mill them and it's unchained, you just like insta make Dweller and you like always win the game, right? So that flexibility is important. Let's do another hand. That hand was very, very above average, but sometimes you just mill a Gidda. Okay. Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of those. I think the last one was like Dragon Link after Heroes. I think they're kind of cool. Let me know what you guys think, as always. I think I waffle a bit on every hand, but it's just because I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting my thought process. This is not how long it would take in a real game, but it's just like you're trying to explain the decisions and all that. Okay, another hand. Sharon, Planet, Druis, Magma, Card Destruction. Interesting hand. This card destruction is kind of awkward here, because like it's not a good card destruction hand. You don't have a lot of triggers because you have the Bestios. I think the first action probably would be Planet. Planet also checks for Ash decently, so we go Planet and we Planet add. What do you Planet add? That's actually an interesting question. So one play we can do is like add tier cache, share and pitch tier cache. So that mills 5. And then like you have double Bistio in hand to make Beatrice. And if you trigger anything, you're in a good position. Another option is add a name and share and pitch name. The other one is share and pitch a Bistio. But that feels counterproductive. Let's go Sharon at tier cache, I think. Just pitch it. We just maximize amount of mills here. Because we have the double Bistio in hand that guarantees the thing, so I want to keep the Sharon on field as well. It's just awkward because of the card destruction. Like this hand basically makes me not want to use card destruction. Like if you add like another name and activate card destruction, it's just awkward. Because you're basically like triggering a tier effect and going to 4 cards when you are pitching those 2. So I think it just won't trigger card destruction. You also risk a bit with Cardass because it might be a mirror match or some shit. Let's go tier cache and then Shay pitch tier cache. I don't know how much I love this line, but I'm sure. Yeah. Shay pitch tier cache. I'm doing the correct zone this time. Scream, Nessie Diviner. So yeah, 1, 2. Foolish this. That's awkward. That's awful. And then we add the thing. Okay, now you might be forced card destruction the way this turn played out. Because like the only way I have to play otherwise would be like Magnamut, banish the Nasty. I guess prefer. We can banish like Nasty Diviner, right? And then just like hard make Beatrice. But where do we go from there? So it's like banish, and then make Bia, and then we Bia dump Rhino, I think. That's okay, actually, probably. Okay, I actually like that a lot. So let's go Magnamut, target the Diviner. Trigger it. If you have the double Druis, it wouldn't work, but we're playing like this is Druis, Magma. Druis target. Let's make Beatrice. Beatrice effects. Dumping. No, actually, no fucking waste Rhino. Let's just go Cowback. Like, if we whiff, we still have card destruction, and then we know they're playing, so we have like better information on if you want to card Daz or not. So I guess let's just go Guido. Just roll the dice. There's too many triggers from Guido. And then yeah, and if Rhino counts as well because it has Sulek in hand, so it hits pretty well. And then we have Guido effect. Rhino 1, Beast 2. Also, we know they're playing at this point, so that might change this card destruction. This, like, how if we don't activate this. I'm probably gonna do this turn without activating it, just because there's too many variables, but just something to keep in mind. Yeah, okay, we can do this here and pitch the Sulyak, and then we resolve this Rhino 1, Sulyak 2. Let's go Sulyak and Tearcash, I think. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. And then we may dump Hoveness. Resolve Hoveness, to go Hoveness and Bistio. Let's refer here, probably this one. Hoveness and Bistio into Mud. And then we'll go Mud and this. Again, similar thing if you got Nib, the Shaman triggers. Of course it's worse here. But it's not like, no, it's not an awful position. Make Bahamut Shark. Activate the effect. Summon the Toad. And then I guess we'll probably goods now for Trivikarma and then Trivikarma for Scream. Because like whatever we hit off those mill 6 change the card to display. Also, another important piece of information is do they have a Dark Engrave here or not? Because like if they have a Dark Engrave, it guarantees that we can basically go this and this into Dark and take their guy, make sprint, and then we can have a guaranteed Kaleido Heart play. And we can line up Kaleido. If they don't, we can also do it, but it takes an extra monster. So yeah, let's activate Scream and then activate Tearcash. Doesn't matter what you banish game 1 because you don't have crime, so you should just banish this. But you, yeah. And then any zone matters, no. And then now we 1-2. So Molly, Heartbeat's a good one. Have we triggered Tearcash Engrave? We have, right? We started with Shape Pitch Tearcash. So we Heartbeat at the Sulyak back. Okay. We have a Shuffler now, but I guess I don't want to really use the Shuffler. I would like to keep it, but I don't want to like Shuffler pop my own Shay. So yeah, here it depends if they have a Dark or not. If they have a Dark Engrave, Bahamut, Shay, or Dark take, make sprint. Let's play like they don't have one, I want to say. How much does that change our turn? Not that much, I guess, because we can go. Let's just pretend they don't have it. So we would like link those two off. make any link chew, probably would throw cross sheep away, and then cross sheep and this into the sprint. Sprint dumps Merly. Merly, Sharon, and there should be Reinhardt. Yeah, those two make Kaleido. Here we probably, if we didn't hit the heartbeat, we'd dump the heartbeat with this Kaleido, but because we did, we can dump Garura actually, so we can go Pearly Pop, use the effect, well, not dump Garura, sorry, dump Sharon to make Garura, because I'm pretty sure we have an Assy. Yep. So this two, we can make Garura, and then can use that extra malicious to summon another malicious. Link these two for IP. And then the Gabriel draws one. Draws Sharon. I'm pretty sure it can't physically be Sharon because I just activated Sharon. I think I shuffle the cards. Oh no, I'm Ali, that's why. Yeah, so I'm Ali summoned, so I'm Ali summoned after I popped, so I can draw the Sharon. Yeah, so draw this, Sadasuliak, and then yeah. Same board, but you have like the same board as before, but you had the SP interruption now, which is cool. And you know they're playing. We could have forced Dweller if we needed to. I'm actually unsure about the start of that turn. It's kind of hard. Like, if you're committed to activating card destruction, you could do the turn a lot easier, I think, by like adding something else and then card destruction instead of starting by Sharon. That line felt a bit safer. Because you got Imperm, it could get awkward because in your first, you can always just card destruction pitch the Suliak out of our hands, like later, so it's not that bad. The double Bestial made it weird. Oh, we also meant to add Rizram here. Yes, guys. Check this cool. Okay, another one. Yeah. Just take a sip of water. Those tire me out. But yeah, while we're shuffling and all that, let me know in the comments if like any specific content you want to see from us. Now that we're back from like this whole like craziness of like 4 YCSs in a month, we're trying to do a couple more things. We have some stuff in the pipeline. We have a vlog from the Cancun, Brazil, and Vancouver trip. We also have the finals of Edison Cup. We're recording Edison Cup again this weekend for season 4. But whatever you guys think is good content or whatever you'd like to see more from us, please let us know. We appreciate it. That being said, another one. Field Spell, Trivikarma, Nasi, Diviner, Mali. Interesting. Pretty confident you start Diviner, right? Yeah, just start Diviner. So let's start Diviner. Let's do this hand like this Diviner got impermed. Let's say, right, our opponent impermed the Diviner, assuming the Diviner didn't resolve, and then let's try playing from there. So we went Diviner got impermed. We're like, okay. I'm going to set Pearly because I think like we're doing a lot of hands that everything's resolving. So let's try making a bit of more awkward. This is a hand that I think this danger being a danger really makes a difference compared to it being King of the Swamp. Even if you're like it's worse to mill, it unclogs hands like this that you have like a bunch of cards you don't want to draw and you have an Assy. Other than make Garura, which I think is also relevant because you see we made Garura in both hands. This is the main reason I think those cards are very good. But yeah, let's do a nice effect. So it's that Field Spell. There's nothing you want to... It don't make sense to search a card to pitch, because you really want to pitch the 2 cards in your hand. So this way we maximize our chance of hitting Trivikarma or Mali out of the hand. The other play you could do is if you add Sharon now with Pearly, like Pearly adds Sharon, and then Sharon pitch Mali, and then you try to just play with these 2. Is it better? Maybe, actually, because this search is probably always Sharon, right? It's always Sharon, because they're not on the thing, so there's not much point in searching anything but Sharon. It's Sharon or Tirkash of Pearly. And I guess we also check for Ash here, so I guess it's actually reasonable to go Burley first on that Sharon. Then we can pitch the Molly, and we can just Nasty try to get rid of the Trivia Karma after. I'm not against this. The only downside is that we don't have Nasty Engrave, but the odds of Nasty hitting itself is just 33%. Let's get Sharon. I think my gut feeling says that Sharon. So with Tear, sometimes I'm just been following like whatever my heart says. So let's add Shay, and then Sharon now. Okay. The Diviner's level 2, by the way, we need to remember that, which is sometimes good because you can sprint. Like, for example, here it comes up because we can always make sprint with like this and an Assy. We're gonna pitch this and hit 3. So Halvanus, Rhino, Druisworm. Interesting. I mean, we only have this trigger, right? Because we can trigger Rhino. The question is, what do you do with the Halvanus? You could go... I think I like going Halvanus Sharon, actually, and just making Aurora. I think I like that. So, like, you make Aurora on here. They're on 4 cards already, right? This context. And then we Mali now. Get this. I mean, actually, because I can just make dangerous, right? Maybe that's just better. Because I was like, I guess the sprint, we could like summon this. We can summon this out eventually, like this or the Mothman. There's like decent chance, like 2 50/50s. And then we can go those 2 into sprint, then we can make collide with this. Is it better to that or that? What do... Sorry, we have a Malin Grave, right? In this context. Yeah, sorry. We have like a Malin Grave and we have a Halvanus that we hit and we have the Sharon. The discussion is, do you Halvanus Sharon from the field and you make Aurora? And then you Mali for Mali and you make Beatrice with these 2, or you can keep the Sharon on the field as a monster. I think that's probably better actually. And then we Halvanus Mali for dangerous. I think I like this more because I think it's a bit more nip proof as well. So we make this for dangerous, and then we dangerous pitch the Trivikarma to dump the Mali back. We Trivikarma first for Scream. And this way, we always have like 2 layers of guaranteed plays. It just makes the Nasty be worse, but it would be a lot worse in the case that the Nasty like hit itself and the Mothman hit itself as well, because then you're forced to do the Mothman effect. So I think this is fine. If we get Impermed here, it's still in a good position because you can just go these 2 and then make Aurora, because we can make sprint with this. So I would do this, activate this, use the Mali, summon the Mali. This should be in this arrow. So for the cross shape thing. And then we hit for Scream. Shield spell, nasty goods, okay. There's a whiff. What are we doing now? I guess it's these 2 for Beatrice, and then we Agido probably. Like, that sounds about right to me. Probably want to dump. So I saw a lot of people like detaching dangerous to make Stapelia, but I think I almost never make Stapelia turn 1. And by detaching Mali, it's better if you hit the Nair, because now we have the Mali in the grave instead of being stuck under the Beatrice. So yeah, let's push the Mali and dump Agido, and then let's see what happens. I should have a lot of effects to trigger, so I think this Agido makes sense. Tearkash, Callback, Tearkash, Scream, Guy. That's very good. Scream 1, Callback 2, Tearkash 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you add the Suliak. Next chain. Next chain. What are we doing with this chain? We have this to trigger, we have this to trigger, and we have maybe this to trigger. I guess we do always Rhino because we can always heartbeat to get the Suliac back. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Summon Rhino by dumping the extra Suliac. We'll go Merly and just make Kaleido? No, just make Mud, right? Yeah, that's it. This and the Magnemut. Should make Mud Dragon. And then the Suliac to add, and then this as a tier cache. So we have Sharon left as a fact. We can go these two now. It's slightly worse in today, but again, you lose the Beatrice, but like, you still get to end on Kaleido and Suliac as you'd like further pop the thing to them heartbeat. The big Baja Shark. Baja Shark. Choose Summon Toad. I have gone against my own rule and fucked up the arrows. Yeah, I fucked up my arrows. Let's just pretend I didn't. Let's pretend that this was somewhere else. Because then I guess this is gonna come up now for the cross ship line. So make this. And then we'll go make this. Am I missing something? Because I already a sprint. I guess the awkward part here is like, how do we trigger Shay? Because we don't have a guaranteed 4. So it's kind of awkward to make Kaleido. What do you want to get there? This doesn't work, does it? Let me think. Because now basically Sharon is stuck in the field because I can't get, I don't have a 4 to make a redoer, and I couldn't have triggered cross ship, or could I? Like, so before I made Toads, it's just so awkward, right? Because you have like Rhino here, but then you don't like get value of the linking the Bahamut Shark body. What you can do is link those two off into cross sheep. No, but then it doesn't work because if you link if you link those two off into cross sheep, you don't have the Sharon on the field, so bringing him far back doesn't make sense. How do we trigger the Sharon? I use Merly, which made it odd. Yeah, I don't want to like pop my own Sharon, because if I pop my own Sharon, I don't get to pop my own Kaleido, which is how I want to use to get the Suliac back. Looking back, this was probably wrong. It's probably wrong somewhere. Let's just keep rolling with it. Assuming that we did the thing, so we have those here. We just make Bahamut anyways. I don't like this anymore, but it's fine. Oopsie. Let's make Bahamut Shark and then a Bahamut Shark for the Toads. Okay. Now we don't have a way of triggering cross sheep. We can try to hit heartbeat with tier cache, but I don't even know if it's worth it at that point. I guess we always get a tier cache back next turn anyway, because we're gonna trigger Toad anyway. So I guess it's probably fine to just like link those two off into cross sheep first, and then tier cache move this off. Yeah, this turn definitely could be better. If they have a dark that you can take, it might change a bit. But I don't like I think I miscount, because I thought I had easier way to trigger Kaleido. But I'm missing a 4. We have done that. Actually, there is a way. There is a way. I'm just clocked. I'm pretty sure. Let's do a rollback. From that position, I think it's salvageable. So this in the hand is here. The rhinos on the pitch. The mud dragons on the pitch. So we basically have. So you have mud. You'd have mud and rhino, right? That's it. Wait, no, the toad. That's it. The toad's here, and this guy's here, and the Bahamut's here. I think that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Okay. So what we can do is doing a redoer first. Like you can go redoer now. Yeah, that's it. That works. You make redoer first thing here. Then we tier cache, and then we make cross shape, and then we summon Kaleido, do this arrow, and we summon the far back. It's just worse into nib, but I think maybe we have forced nib already. But this at least makes the whole thing. So it's summon this, go effect. Hitting those kind of suck. I guess we're gonna shuffle one of them back. And then now these two make cross shape. And then the redoer triggers. Sharon, Rhino, and Sharon, Rhino, and one of the names from early back. To make Kaleido, which then cross shape triggers and apparel triggers. So this we use to bring back the water far, and the Kaleido summons itself back. Where do you want to summon? Probably here. Yeah, because we want to keep it in the cross shape arrow. And we dump the heartbeat. The heartbeat gets a Suliak. And then these two can go and make Bahamut. We can Bahamut summon Toad. And then probably just worth linking these two off into IP here. And then you set the Zodiac. And then like this gets the thing. So this is like, and then because the reader comes back and you can use the reader as free material for the ESP. Probably a better way to do this one. I won't lie to you. I need to like sit down and rewatch it. I think that the fuck up was keeping the share on the pitch for too long. But at least got to salvage it. But one thing that I want to say is like the end board is somewhat consistent. I think like sometimes with tier people try to do too many different things. This actual deck does streamline things like yes, you don't get the power of ending on Rook or ending on Grapha, but you can reliably end on Toad. Plus like those other interrupts, especially now with SP. So I think that sometimes you don't need like that power boost of COTS. And you can go for more reliable options. That might not have been the best showcase because the Nasty was in my hand for way too long. But maybe it was better to just like have done Nasty early instead of having done the dangerous play. I gotta think about a couple things. That turn was actually interesting. Oh, it's 42 minutes already. Oh my god. Alright, one quick one. No take back from this one, just pure turbo tier hands. I won't talk much, we'll just do things. So that's 5th hand or 4th hand, and we can finish this off. Diviner, Rhino, Tier Cache, Mali, Perle. You start Sharon. I think you do start Sharon. Sharon pitch this because it has an extra target for Sharon to hit. So yeah, let's start Field Spell for Shay. And then a Sharon effect. Get rid of Mali. Hit Hovenes, Mali, Tier Cache. Hovenes 1, Tier Cache 2. Suliak Heart. Okay, cool. That's a hit. Let's put it that way. Dangerous. This arrow here. The Sharon image be here. Heartbeat and Suliak trigger. So we got the Suliak add. And I think I'll probably just add the Hovenes back at this point. Because there's nothing much that we really need this. Okay, so we got here, and then with dangerous. I got a feeling that we might actually. We have a dark now. So basically, we gotta pitch something of this hand. I think it might actually be diviner, because we could just cross ship it back to this hand. Yeah, let's just pitch diviner. To dump the guy, the denier. Where the hell is it? Oh, I'm playing without denier in this deck. I just clocked. I forgot. I gave it to Leo at Essen because he needed one for his tier deck. So this the 39 card deck doesn't have a denier. Oopsie. We are going to pretend with the power of imagination. There's denier. Proper disciples prep here, as always. So let's pitch the denier. We can use the Mali. So you can do this cool thing whenever you do Mali denier. Like you can Mali now, and then you summon the denier back. Denier put the Mali on top, and then we link Chu. Let's just keep the denier here. For cross ship, and then we can use the Mali again to summon the extra Mali. Let's get this denier off my vision. And then we trigger the cross ship summon back. And then these two can make Beatrice after. So we can just get those, make diviner, and then we can diviner effect now. Hit a Guido. Yeah, sorry, we just ran out of space in this while recording because I talk for too much. But yeah, basically we do this, and we can diviner dump a Guido, resolve a Guido. Here we already triggered Suliak, so we actually want to go Calback 1, Scream 2. We definitely Rhino. Do Rhino actually? Probably not, right? Not much point in going Rhino. Because like if we Rhino, we might be committing slightly too much into Nib, so we can probably get away with not using it. I think we just let's just not Rhino. Let's resolve this and this. I also am gonna trigger Karma now to get Scream out because I don't want to Mail Scream. So we got this, got Sulak, and then Mail 5 for Callback. Assuming it's fine to Mail 5, matchup dependent. There's actually not much we want to hit now because we're kind of running out of good things to do. Mail 5, hit a Murdy and a Shuffler. We shuffled this and the Mothman. We had the Denier Engraven in case we needed to make mud before. But yeah, we just make the mud here. So mud dragon was summon. We go these two for Beatrice. Yeah, these two for Beatrice. What do we want to do now? We guys want to make Baja Shark. We're once again on the Sharon thing of the Sharon gets stuck on the field, which is mildly annoying. I guess it's not the end of the world. We can just leave it there. We can just normal the Rhino. There is nothing to actually dump with this Rhino, oddly enough. We also don't have enough aquas to do like a clean. Wait, did it trigger callback? We did, right? Yeah. Yeah, we don't have enough aquas to do like a proper clean Kaleido Heart. We also don't need to do Kaleido Heart in theory because we like we don't need to pop it. There's nothing that we gain from popping. So maybe you just like keep this in hand now. Activate the Scream. Then we normal it. Then we dump. Because if we dump Nessie's display changes, so we normal Rhino and Do you go effect? I guess it do go rhino effect, yeah. Go rhino effect. 1, 2. Because now if we hit a name, just hit the other merely. Can link to, no link to. No point redoing, right? No point redoing. Because if we redoer, we just don't. We don't make Bahamut. So we'd rather have Bahamut probably here. So we'll just go like these two into Baha. Yeah. Probably don't know what's worth using it. Looking back. Bahamut effect, summon the Toad. And then you would just make IP with these two. I know we haven't used Beatrice at all at this point. At least like this way, if we ever get Nebula, we can make a light with the Sharon here. And then we can set the trap. We didn't use the tier cache as well, but there's not much point. And then during the end phase, we just detach this Beatrice to dump the shuffler we're missing. So we just dump the Kaleido. And yeah, basically same board. You haven't made Kaleido now, but you just make Kaleido during their turn anyway, because you're going to like mill a name, or you can even Beatrice dump a name because you don't have that many things to dump. Or you're gonna cross ship Reborn with Viner, which will mill a name. And then it's kind of the same thing as going through. It's kind of the same thing of going through the Accent Kaleido or through the Accent Sharon, because you're going to trigger 2 fusions anyway. So it's not that relevant. If it is annoying though, that you'd miss, like sometimes you need to pop this Kaleido to get an extra name, but here you don't actually need to, because you already basically triggered every single tier effect, including Heartbeat. So there's nothing else you can really dump that does anything this turn. Oh, we could have like Beatrice dump Rhino. I just clocked, right? Like we could have made we could have made Redoer and then made Kaleido and then Beatrice dump Rhino, but then you miss a shuffler. I don't know if it's worth it, but yeah. End of the day, I've been talking for a good 50 minutes here, so it's probably time to leave this here. Thank you all so much for watching this Humble. If this was useful for you, I've been doing a lot of coaching on Metafy lately, because it's been very good for me. I think people have been learning a lot. It's metafy.gg / Gabriel Netz. You can always contact me there, or contact me directly to Twitter. My Twitter is @Gabriel_Netz. Both links should be in the description. Massive shout outs to the Disciples, the Brotherhood Games, our sponsor, Metamats, and yeah, let me know what you think. Hopefully this is useful for you, and see you guys next time. Peace.